In this video, we'll be going over Unit 4, Part 1 of AP Psychology, which is Social Psychology. Let's get started. Person perception is how we form impressions of others. Attribution theory is explaining why someone acts in a certain way. Dispositional attributions are blaming behavior on the person, such as saying, they're so lazy since they didn't clean their room. Situational attributions is when you're blaming behavior on the situation, such as saying, they must have been so busy since their room isn't clean. Explanatory style is how someone explains good or bad stuff. Actor-observer bias is blaming your own actions on the situation and blaming others' actions on their personality. If you're late, you blame the traffic, but if others are late, they have bad time management. Fundamental attribution error is when you blame personality and not the situation, such as thinking someone is selfish for not helping, but they are in a hurry. Self-serving bias is taking credit for success, but blaming others for failure. Internal locus of control is believing you control your own life. External locus of control is believing outside factors control your life. Mere exposure effect is liking something the more you're exposed to it. Self-fulfilling prophecy is a belief that comes true because you believe it is true. Mirror image perceptions is that you and others both think they're good in a war. Social comparison is comparing yourself to others. Relative deprivation is feeling worse after comparing yourself to others. Cognitive load is how much mental effort you're using. Prejudice is disliking certain people. Implicit attitudes are unconscious beliefs, such as feeling nervous around a certain race. Just world phenomenon is believing people get what they deserve. Outgroup is a group you don't belong to. In-group is a group you belong to. In-group bias is favoring your own group. Ethnocentrism is believing your culture is better. Scapegoat theory is blaming others for your problems. Other race effect is struggling to recognize faces of others' races. Cognitive dissonance is feeling uncomfortable when your beliefs don't match with your actions. Social influence theory is how others influence our behavior. Normative social influence is trying to fit in however you can. Informational social influence is following a group because you think they are smarter. Central route persuasion is arguing with facts and logic. Peripheral route persuasion is using emotions to argue. Halo effect is assuming someone is good at everything because they are good at one thing. Foot in the door technique is going from a small request leading up to a big request. The door in the face technique is the opposite, such as going from big request to a small request. Conformity is changing behavior to match others. Group polarization is groups making more extreme decisions than individuals. Groupthink is when groups make bad decisions to avoid conflict. Diffusion of responsibility is feeling less responsible in a group. Social loafing is working less hard in a group. De-individuation is losing self-awareness in a group, such as going crazy at a party. Social facilitation is doing better when others are watching. Social trap is a situation where everyone acts for themselves, harming the group. Superordinate goals are shared goals that require cooperation. Grit is passion and perseverance for long-term goals. Social script is a mental guide for how to act in a situation. Pro-social behavior is actions that help others. Altruism is helping others without expecting anything in return. Social responsibility norm is the expectations to help those in need. The bystander effect is when you're less likely to help when others are around. Social exchange theory is helping others when the benefits outweigh the costs. Reciprocity norm is expecting help in return for helping others. Passionate love and companionate love is intense emotional and calm and steady, respectively. Equity is fairness in a relationship. Self-disclosure is sharing personal information with someone. And that is the end of Unit 4, Part 1.